All right, let's dive into Gymshark's email strategy. 7 tactics to scale your revenue. So why do brands like Gymshark dominate every launch while small brands struggles to get email open? So let's dive into this. All right, so in this video, I'm gonna break down Gymshark's email breakdown, step-by-step strategy analysis, exact tactics revealed, proven strategies that you can apply today, also sales machine blueprint, how to turn your list into revenue. My name is Mark and I help 120 e-commerce brands scale with email marketing, generating 50 million in email revenue. So these aren't just theories, right? They're battle-tested tactics you can apply immediately to your e-commerce brand. Gymshark's 7 email tactics: consistent branding, launch hype cycles, authentic urgency, advanced segmentation, automated flows, clean design, and post-purchase value. So tactic 1, consistent branding and voice across all touchpoints. So let me show you exactly what I mean by consistent branding. So when you look at Gymshark's emails, every single one follows the same visual DNA, same color scheme, typography, and style across emails. They use their signature black and white scheme with pops of the brand color. The typography is always clean and modern, and they stick to 2 to 3 fonts maximum across all campaigns. But here is what brands miss, right? It's not about the visuals. Gymshark's voice is consistently about motivation without being too cheesy, right? They speak to their audience like a workout buddy, not a corporate brand. Phrases like unlock your potential or, push your limits appears throughout their campaigns, but they never really sound repetitive because they weave them into different contexts, right? The psychology behind their copywriting, their emails, their visuals is very, very powerful. When subscribers see emails in their inbox, they should immediately recognize that it's from Gymshark or from your brand before they even read the subject line. This instant brand recognition helps increase open rates because they recognize a brand without even knowing it's from them. So here is how you can apply this to your brand, right? Create a brand style guide for your emails. Define a color, palette, font, tone of voice, and even specific phrases that represents your brand. Then stick to it religiously. Every email should feel like it's part of the same email family. Tactic 2. Product launch hype cycles that build anticipation. So now this is where Gymshark absolutely dominates. They don't just announce a product and hope people buy. They master the art of hype cycle. And I'm gonna break down the exact process. Phase 1 is a teaser, right? 3 to 4 weeks before the launch, they send emails with messages like something big is coming with a dark, moody imagery. There's no product shots, no details, just pure curiosity. So this gets people curious and starts building anticipation. Phase 2 is the review phase, 2 weeks before launch. Now they show a glimpse of the product, maybe an up close of the fabric text, maybe up close of the fabric texture, or an athlete wearing it during training. But you can't see the full design yet. So what they're doing is feeding into that curiosity without fully satisfying it. Phase 3, access, right? This is the access phase, 1 week before public launch. VIP customers and email subscribers get early access or pre-order opportunities. This makes the VIP customers feel super special and rewards them for being on your email list. Phase 4, launch. This is the big review of the full product shots, detailed descriptions, and also clear call to actions. And here is what's really, really smart. By this point, people have already been thinking about the products for weeks. Their mental real estate is already occupied. They're thinking, what is going to be launched? The psychology here is based on mere exposure effect, right? The more people that are exposed to something, the more that they'll like it. By the time Gymshark launches the actual collection or product, their audience has already been mentally primed to purchase. For your brand, you want to map out a 4-week launch sequence. Start building anticipation early and don't review everything at once. Make your audience work for that information, and it makes them way more invested in the outcome. Tactic 3, authentic scarcity and urgency that builds trust. So here's what most brands screw with urgency. They're liars. Fake countdown timers, false inventory claims, made up deadlines. Gymshark does the opposite, and that's why their urgency tactics are so effective. When Gymshark says limited stock remaining, they really do mean it. They sell out on their collections. Their popular item genuinely sells out, and customers know this from experience because they try to buy something in the past, waited way too long, and boom, sold out. Can't buy anymore. And when they say 48 hours left, there's actually a real deadline. That's when the sale ends. This authenticity builds trust, which makes future urgency campaigns even way more effective. They use several types of authentic urgency: inventory scarcity, time-based urgency, seasonal urgency, social urgency. And here's an advanced tactic they use. They create urgency around access, not just products. Early access to sales, exclusive colorways for email subscribers, first dib on new collections. This makes being on their email list feel very valuable and also exclusive. The key for brands is to build that reputation for authenticity, right? If you say something's limited, make sure it actually is. And if you set a deadline, make sure we stick to it. Your customers learn to use this urgency to trust you. Your customers will learn to trust your urgency as time goes on, which will make them way more likely to act quickly in the future. Tactic 4, advanced segmentation that feels personal. Gymshark doesn't send the same email email to everyone on their list. That would be email marketing suicide. They build segmentations that make every email feel personal and relevant. They segment by purchase behavior, right? New customers get different content than repeat buyers. VIP customers who spend over a certain threshold get exclusive access and also special treatment. And customers who haven't purchased in 90 days get re-engagement campaigns with special offers. Not only that, they segment by demographics. They have both a men and women line. So men and women get completely different product recommendations and also styling advice. They segment by engagement level. Highly engaged subscribers who open every email get more frequent communication. Less engaged subscribers get fewer emails, but with higher value content to also re-engage them. And here is their most advanced. Data shows that segmented campaigns generate 58 more revenue than non-segmented campaigns. And most brands only use basic segmentations like purchase history. Gymshark goes way deeper, and that's why their email always feel relevant to people that receive them. So what we want to do here is start with that basic segmentation, right? New versus returning customers, high versus low spenders, and also engaged versus unengaged subscribers, right? They gradually add more segments based on customer behavior and preferences. So imagine all the data they collect over years. That's how they segment it based on the data. Tactic 5, automated flows that nurture long-term relationships. Gymshark's automated email flows are a masterpiece of customer psychology. Let me walk you through their welcome series because it's a perfect example of how to nurture new subscribers. Gymshark's automated email flows are a masterpiece of customer psychology. Let me walk you through an example welcome series inspired by Gymshark because it's a perfect example on how to nurture new subscribers. For your first email the customer receive, it should arrive immediately after their sign up, right? It's a simple welcome to their brand story and what they can expect from your emails. Nothing too salesy, just an offer that they sign up in the sign up form and also relationship building. Email 2 should come 1 to 2 days later. Social proof building and also community building. You should show real customers wearing your product, using your product, user generated content, or even testimonials. This builds trust and also shows a lifestyle that your brand should represent. Email 3 should arrive anywhere from 2 to 3 days later. Education value. So what Gymshark does here is they share their workout tips, nutrition advice, or styling guide. They position them as more than just a clothing brand. They're a fitness resource. In email 4, we want to use this as our first soft sell, right? Introducing bestsellers with social proof and reviews, but also we don't want to be too pushy, right? We want to present them as customer favorites rather than buy now. Their post-purchase flow is equally good, right? After someone buys, they don't just send shipping updates, right? They send styling tips for the purchase item, workout routines, or complimentary gear, and content that helps customer get the most value from a purchase. And then their abandoned cart doesn't just remind people about forgotten items, right? The first email can be a gentle reminder. The second email addresses common objections for review or sizing guides. Again, these flows all work because they focus on building relationships, right? Not just driving sales. Each email provides value and moves them closer and deeper into Gymshark's ecosystem. Tactic 6, clean design that drives action. Gymshark's email design psychology is less is more, but every element is strategically placed to drive clicks and conversion. Their email typically follows a simple structure: compelling header, clear headline, brief copy, and a call to action button. And they use plenty of white space also, which makes important elements stand out and reduces cognitive load. They use plenty of white space, which makes the important elements stand out and also reduce cognitive load for the reader. Their product photography is consistently high quality and also lifestyle focused. Instead of doing boring product shots or white backgrounds, they show their gear being worn by real athletes in authentic settings, right? The gym. This helps customers visualize themselves wearing the product. Their call to action buttons are impossible to miss, right? They use contrasting colors, clear call to actions like get the look, shop now, and they're sized appropriately for both desktop and mobile viewing. And here's a subtle design element they use: directional clues. Their motto's glaze or body position often points towards the call to action button. Product layout guides the eyes in a Z pattern to the desired action. These psychology triggers increases click-through rates without being too obvious. And of course, they optimize for mobile first design. So over 70% of emails are open on mobile devices. So their layouts are super simple. Text is large enough to read easily. And then also buttons are dumb friendly. Key takeaway here for design is that every design element should have a purpose, right? Either to inform, build trust, or drive action, and then remove everything else that doesn't serve a purpose. Tactic 7, post-purchase content that drives lifetime value. So this is where Gymshark separates itself from typical e-commerce brand. After you purchase from them, they don't disappear or just try to sell you more stuff immediately. They focus on helping you get the maximum value from your purchase, which builds loyalty and increases lifetime value. Their post-purchase engagement includes styling guides showing different ways to wear the items you bought, workout routines that complement your new gear, instructions to help your products last longer, user-generated content featuring customers wearing similar items. They send seasonal content to keep your brand top of mind, summer workout tips, winter training motivation, new year fitness goal settings. So their content really provides value subtly, reinforcing their brand position as a fitness lifestyle company, not just a clothing company. They also create communities around their brands, customer spotlight, athletic features, behind the scenes content from their Gymshark headquarters. This makes customers feel like they're part of something bigger, not just a transaction. The psychology here is based on an endowment effort, right? Once people own something, they value it more highly. So by helping customers get more value from their purchase, Gymshark increases satisfaction and the likelihood of repeat purchase. Their retention email campaigns are equally strategic. Instead of generic "we miss you" emails, they send out workout challenges, new product education, exclusive access to limited collections. So these emails provide value while also creating opportunities for re-engagement. End result is impressive customer lifetime value. While most e-commerce brands struggle with one-time buyers, Gymshark has really built a community of repeat customers who eagerly anticipate in new releases and also actively promote the brand to others. And for your brand, you want to think beyond the transaction. So how can you help customers get more value from their purchase? Is it educational content? Is it instructional content? What kind of content can you provide that reinforces their decision to buy from you? How can you make them feel like a part of the community rather than just a customer? The integration strategy. Here's what makes Gymshark email strategy so powerful. All these tactics work together as an integrated system. Their consistent branding makes every touchpoint feels cohesive. Their segmentation also ensures the right message reaches the right person at the exact right time. Their hype cycle builds anticipation that their urgency tactics can capitalize on. Their design supports their messaging, and also their post-purchase content turns customer into those brand advocates that I mentioned. This systematic approach is why they can launch new product after new ones and sell out within hours. And that's why their email list is one of their most valuable assets. And it's why they've built a billion-dollar brand in a crowded market of clothing brands. The key lesson is that email marketing isn't just about individual campaigns. It's about building a comprehensive system that nurtures relationships and also drive long-term value. Each tactic supports the other, creating a compound effect that's greater than the sum of all its parts.